Without a plan, how can you expect to know what actions you need to take to improve in your target language? Without a plan, how can you expect to achieve your language goals? If you fail to plan, then you are planning to fail. So we have to first start with the question, what would success look like for you in your target language by the end of the year? Imagine going on a road trip without knowing your ultimate destination. You'd get in the car, drive around aimlessly, wasting petrol, wasting time, because you don't have something specific to aim for. What's the point of a plan if you don't know your destination? This year, I'm really excited because I'm going to be spending a few months in both France and Germany. In my German, I would like to be conversational. I'd like to be able to travel in Germany, talk to people, build connections. Up until now, I've done the A1 Nikos Weg course, but other than that, I was mainly focusing on getting input, listening, and reading. And this has really helped to build up my linguistic system, but it means that my recall is not very good because I've barely been speaking whatsoever. So conversation is going to be very key for me. Now, as for my French, I really have put it on the back burner for a long time so that I could focus on my German. When I'm having conversations with anyone, I typically feel very proud of myself and what I've achieved because the conversations for me feel quite natural. Now, I do still pause and have moments where I can't recall more complicated vocabulary. So that is something I would ideally still like to work on. Now, another really important aspect of planning a journey is defining the time frame. So I'm going to Europe at the end of May. So if we go back to the start of January, I have 18 weeks to make this happen. So I said in this video that I would cover my study plan for the year. I need to actually define what this means. And you might be thinking, Karina, it's 12 months. But the problem is that that's quite a long time. My life, for all I know, could be radically turned upside down during that time. I like to adhere to the idea conveyed in the book, The 12-Week Year. Instead of viewing a year as a 12-month-long period, you break the year into shorter, more focused 12-week periods, or 3 months. 12 weeks is so much easier to visualize than 52. Now, in this 12-week period, we need to be realistic. I can't focus on learning 2 languages at a time. I talk about this in my mistakes I made learning French video, and overall I do find it easier to just go all in on one language, so I have to prioritize. My focus for the first 12 weeks is going to be to continue developing my German. Let's delve into the specific actions on my plan that I will use to make real progress in German this year. The first step in my plan is to complete the A2 German course by Dein, Sprachcoach. I started this course late in November and I'm nearly finished. I plan to do a whole separate review of this course, but in short, it's been very helpful. What's interesting is that I have actually noticed most of the grammar concepts that are covered in the course through the input that I've been consuming through reading and listening. But simply noticing and actually understanding the grammar are 2 entirely different things. Before taking the course, when I tried to speak in German, I'd get stuck all the time because I had gaps in my knowledge about which article ending or which case to use, for example. But through this course, I feel like the combination of input and actively learning the grammar means that once I fully complete this course, I believe I will be suitably ready to start having conversations. So what this looks like on my plan is that every day I plan to follow the recommended pace, which is to work on 1 grammar lesson and 1 vocabulary lesson each day. This takes me 1 to 1.5 hours depending on the lesson. There's also been a couple of grammar lessons where I have really struggled to grasp, so I've even spent 2 or 3 days rewatching the videos. At the end of the day, my goal is to improve my German, so if I'm not grasping something, it's going to be way better to keep focusing on it. As for the input, it isn't going away. So I've been getting German input primarily through watching German YouTube videos and reading German newsletters. But I also listen to podcasts, watch TV shows, movies, listen to music, and read short stories like this book here. So to translate all these possibilities into a specific, measurable action, every day I want to get active input to at least 1 piece of German content. What does this actually look like? When I watch a YouTube video, I will listen very carefully and with no other distractions, and I will genuinely try to follow along with the German. Very often I miss something, or I don't understand something, or a word pops up and I have no idea what it is. That's completely normal and part of the process. So what I'll do as part of this activity is I will stop, I'll translate the sentence. If I don't understand it still, I'll go ask ChatGPT what it is. Maybe I'll write my own sentence. Basically whatever I need to do to actually understand the sentence fully. Some days I'll watch more than one piece of German content, but I've left it at one because when I am actively focused, that takes up a lot of time and energy, and that actually delivers a lot of results. Now, to take this even further, another step that I do concurrently is that I work on expanding my vocabulary. How do I break that down and make it specific and measurable? And I don't do this with Anki. Anki is a great concept, but I can never get myself to stick at it. But instead, I have found a much simpler way to kind of do the same thing. So what I will do is I record my German vocabulary in an iPhone note, which I can access from my phone or from my Windows laptop from iCloud. When I'm watching my video and I come across a word that I don't know and I want to know what it is, I put the whole phrase into this note. So I keep it in context, and I also try to keep the gender where I can because articles are so important in German. But every day I will open up this note, access it, and read through every one of my sentences that I've put in the category of don't know. Part of the recall is that by reading through each sentence, it needs to make sense in my head. I need to understand what it means. And if I get stuck, I'll just translate it again. And if I get really stuck, I will create my own phrase using the word so that I'm attributing my own meaning to it. Once I feel like I'm comfortable with a word, I'll just pick up the whole phrase and paste it to the bottom of the note. So it's not gone, but it's not in my actively learning list. So this reading the list in and of itself is a very simple, did I do it, yes or no activity, which takes me 5 to 10 minutes really. Another action that I've added to my daily plan is to track how many words I add to this list. Some of the numbers that you'll read on the internet just to me sound extremely daunting. So I'm actually just starting out with 5 words per day. The really exciting thing about this is that in 12 weeks, this would mean that I would have learned 420 new words, which is awesome. And then I might just build on this as I go, but I don't want to give myself too many things to get overwhelmed with. Another thing I'm not super tied up on tracking is passive immersion that I do in German throughout the day. This might again be something I choose to track later on by doing the above steps that I've already spoken about, which is a full grammar and vocabulary lesson, and then also focusing on one video and reviewing all my vocabulary and adding to that list. I know that if I just do those actions, my German will already improve. So for now, I'm okay leaving that just not being tracked. Now, I mentioned that I'm nearly finished with the Dein Sprachcoach course. So you might be wondering, well, what are you going to do with all that spare time once you've finished? Well, after that, I am going to need to start practicing conversations. I really want to do this by taking German Lingoda classes. It's skyrocketed my progress in French, so I'm excited to see how it's going to go with my German as well. And I'm thinking that given my tight deadline, I'm thinking I might actually do my own German Lingoda sprint challenge, where I take a class every few days. And if you're a brand new customer, you can participate in something called the sprint. I did a whole video on my experience, but it worked really well for my French. I'd kind of be thinking of replicating it by doing the same number of classes you're supposed to attend, but just purchasing that many credits. So all of this I am aiming to complete for my first 12-week year. But I still need to show you how I'm actually tracking all of this and how do I know and keep track of what my key action items are for each day, each week, and even each month. I am using an app called Grid Diary. It's free and it's actually a journaling app, but I really like the fact that you can customize it so much to be whatever you like. I love the format of it. You basically get a year view, a month view, a week view, and a day view. And within each of these views, you have grids with different prompts in them. I've combined it to be a planner and a journal. Now first, before I even get into the app each day, I've customized my home screen on my phone so that Grid Diary takes up a large amount of space and it looks pretty. The more I use it, the more focused I tend to be. Like I mentioned, we're starting with the destination. Let's start on the year view. So I've put my Q1 goals on this page. Then we go to the month view, more specific than the yearly view. So then in the week view, I put the main activities that I'm going to need to have completed by the end of the week. So over on the day view, this is where I track everything. I'm in this view all the time. So on the top left, I have my daily habits, and this is where I put all of the action items that I need to complete every single day. And to track my progress, I use emojis. I find them really pretty and motivating to see the bright green check marks next to these tasks that I have to complete. I also have a grid called the Today's Plan. I will break tasks down as small and granular as I need to get me to actually do it and to get me motivated. I also have a goals grid. Looks pretty and it's a bit of a vision. Remind myself the kind of things that bring me satisfaction and that I want to aim for. And then the bottom left is just a free journaling grid. But this is my setup, and you can also use Grid Diary's own personal prompts as well. So I've spoken all about my first 12-week year, but what about my second 12-week year? I do still want to learn at least a little bit of French before I go to Europe. So what I'm going to need to do is a big review once I finish my first 12-week year. One of the biggest factors that I think I'm going to use to determine my progress level is how confident and comfortable I feel in German. My evaluation of my first year is going to heavily influence what I choose to focus on for my second 12-week year. By that stage, I actually am only going to have about 6 weeks, because when I'm in Europe, I want to actually live my life. I don't plan on studying in hotels or anything. But even though I'll only have 6 weeks at that stage, a lot can really happen in a little amount of time. I proved this by making immense progress over just the course of 2 months taking the Lingoda Sprint in my French. So if making strides in your language journey is something that interests you, go and watch this video here next, where I break down my entire Lingoda Sprint experience. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope this helps. Good luck forming your own plans and good luck with your language learning for this year.